This is the morning of the 17th of November. Interesting article put up by the Daily Beast, written by Jenna Rancolini, Brancolini, published on the 17th. Titled, Trump 79 launches late night pity party after humiliating Epstein reversal. The president has finally stopped trying to fight his own caucus on the Epstein files, but he doesn't seem to be too happy about it. President Donald Trump spent Sunday night throwing himself a virtual pep rally on a social media platform after making an abrupt U-turn on whether Republicans should vote or release the Epstein files. For months, the president has been fighting members of his own caucus to block the release of the Department of Justice investigative files on the late sex offender, branding a scandal as a Democratic hoax. On Sunday night, the 79-year-old finally gave his half-hearted blessing for House Republicans to vote for the release of the files in a bid to move on, after many of them announced plans to defy the president anyway. Let's listen to this 40-second clip.
Representative Massey says he's concerned that the Epstein probe you are calling for could be a smokescreen to launch the release of more files. Is that the case?
Well, I don't want to talk about it because fake news like you're a terrible reporter, and fake news like they just keep bringing that up to deflect from the tremendous success of the Trump administration. So a guy like Massey, his poll numbers are showing he's at 6% approval rating right now, and we call him Rand Paul Jr. because he never votes for the Republican Party. So they're using Jeffrey Epstein as a deflection from the tremendous success that we're having as a party.
Wonder what's going to happen if the Supreme Court rules against his tariffs, huh? What do you think's going to happen? The concession, however, didn't end his spiraling feud with the MAGA diehard representative, Marjorie Taylor Greene, which is still going strong according to an hours-long posting spree in which Trump alternated between attacking his perceived enemies and defending his policies. Wacky Marjorie, Trader Brown, remember, green turns to brown when there is rot involved. It's working overtime to try and portray herself as a victim, when in actuality she is the cause of all of her own problems. The fact is, nobody cares about this traitor to our country, he wrote. Look at his dope with that. Look at his face. Looks like fucking shoe leather. Wacky Marjorie, Trader Brown, remember, green turns to brown when there is rot involved. About 24 posts later at 12:25 a.m. Washington time, he shared an image of himself wearing a MAGA hat with Golden Age written at the top in 3D, all caps. Since President Trump took office, companies have invested trillions of dollars into their U.S.-backed operations, onshoring and creating hundreds of thousands of new jobs for Americans. How come the job report doesn't show that? How come the jobs report doesn't show that? Do you hear me? This video will highlight what needs to be highlighted. Since President Trump took office, companies have invested trillions of dollars. That's because they're afraid of his tariffs. Once the tariffs goes away, their investment will go away as well. I'll attach the link. You take a look at it. You let me know what you think. You sure as hell know what I think, don't you?